All right, mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Let me stop the music for a minute. DJ about to sing. Everybody about to leave. Let me play a little bit music, maybe background music. There we go. You know, a little smidge on here, a little smidge jam going on. All right. So anyway, we got a very special show today. A lot still going on, and while I was looking through some stacks of videos, I found something that we really need. You know, we really need to clarify. Creative says this. Yes, Lucky is live with the Bandits, and they are happy with their content the way it is. Yeah. It's time to drag these bandits up and down YouTube streets. Creative, I actually couldn't say it any better than that. You know, and I know they probably know my schedule, and you know, thought they were gonna get the day off because I usually, you know, kind of do a chill thing on Sundays, right? We got to bury these fools though, because I'm going to show you exactly why. I'm going to show everybody exactly why today everything Yanni was said was on point and accurate, and you should strongly consider boycotting the Lapeef network. Let me get some shout outs out of the way. There may be a lot of people in here tonight, or there may not. The importance is the timing for me. I need to put this tape out there. I need to put the tape out there. So without further ado, shout out to Creative Solutions in the house. Youcantgetlaid in the house. Gemini is up in the house. BXX is in the house. And guess what? I'm in the house. I am in the house. So let me first of all, yeah, that's me out there fishing, by the way, everybody. There we go. And let me go to a little bit of an intro. Now, there's been quite a bit of white women worshiping the triple W going on here in the Black ManoSphere. And though I do greatly respect white women for, you know, the job they doing, I love my sisters. So when I see Sambo's going overboard on that, I'm going to point it out. So I wanted to play something just to give us a little smidgen of a reminder. It won't take long. So hang in there. It'll be over soon. Here we go.
Maurice Mays was a black fella who was very handsome, who liked white women, and white women liked him. And certainly 1919 was not the year to have these kinds of relationships. So there was a police officer in Knoxville who knew about Mays's activities and had warned him about dating white women and threatened to put him in the penitentiary if he were ever to catch him, and to do other terrible things to him if he caught him. A white woman by the name of Bertie Lindsay wound up. Well, the policeman who hated Mays was investigating the case, and he said, I know exactly who that was. So they went to Mays's house and rousted him out of bed and took him to the scene of the crime. put him under a dimly lit street lamp, and the woman identified him as the. When word got out that he was of a white woman, a mob formed.
Someone gives the command, "March, boys." They march down Market Street, counting off, military style, until they just basically surround the jail. They refuse the final offer to search. And at that point, they tear down a telephone pole, start using that as a battering ram. Knoxville is under basically martial law for the next few days.
So Mays was eventually sent to the electric chair in March of 1922. And I always say that he really wasn't electrocuted for the white woman, because I never saw any evidence of that in any of the court transcripts that I read. But he went to the electric chair for dealing with white women, which was a real taboo in 1919. So he paid with his life for that indiscretion rather than being convicted of the for which he was accused.
In April, in the Baltimore County village of Rockland, a fateful encounter set off a tragic chain of events.
At 6 o'clock, April 4th, 1885, Katie Gray had just gone to the railroad station with her sister. Katie Gray was coming back from the...
Katie is a Caucasian woman, by the way. Same race as the ManoSphere men love and prefer over black women, by the way.
Railroad station when she met Howard Cooper. And she had apparently known Howard Cooper before. They had words. Katie turned, started walking home. Howard Cooper followed Katie Gray into the woods where something happened.
It's impossible to know the truth of what happened that day. Cooper had a history of harassment. Both later testified that Cooper did accost the girl.
After about 2 hours, Katie Gray's dog, Bruno, comes running out barking and presumably chases Howard Cooper away. Katie Gray runs back to her household, and her father is incensed. Her father very quickly figures out what happened. She probably mentions Howard Cooper's name, and within hours, Daniel Gray, Katie Gray's father, puts together friends, I think it's fair to call them a mob, who scour the countryside looking for Howard Cooper.
Cooper eludes the mob for 5 days. The manhunt consumes the county. There is no presumption of innocence. Negro guilty of fiendish assault. The excitement is intense over an outrage committed by a Negro named Howard Cooper.
They were incensed and they thought, this brute is going to get away with it. So we have to take matters in our own hands.
By this time, they'd been just chomping at the bit to get their chance to lynch Howard Cooper. And they did not want to wait any longer.
The next day was Sunday, July 12th.
Rumors start to filter through the town that something is going to happen soon.
In 2s and 3s, men collect on the outskirts of town.
One man pulls a rope out from underneath his jacket, says, "This is a cravat for Howard Cooper."
As darkness gathers, groups of masked men converge on the jail. From the family quarters on the second floor, the sheriff's daughter directs them to the back. There, the mob has an easier time of it. They break the door down, find Cooper hiding under a mattress in his cell, and drag him outside with a noose already around his neck. They waste no time tossing the rope over the branch of a nearby sycamore tree. One witness says the whole affair was orderly and expeditious.
And about 40 men pull on one end, lifting Howard Cooper off the ground. He dies of asphyxiation. Usually, hanging somebody is quick. It breaks somebody's neck. But in this case, it's a long process of suffocation.
By 3 in the morning, the mob had disbanded, leaving Cooper's body hanging in front of the jail in full view.
Okay, I think this is enough for now. So that is the definition of being Karen'd. I think it really needs to be brought into play here, since these two lowlifes right here wanted to accuse 6 of it. Number one, really, the definition of a Karen is a woman who is of no color, who makes false accusations of a black man. It's not simple. But these dingbats, as they may be, want to try to, manipulate things into their own narrative. So let me go through this real quick.
Over industry. And it's been like that since the dawn of time. Now, I don't know if people are Christian, Muslim, atheist in the chat, but if you're atheist, 100,000 years ago. If you're Christian, 2,000 years ago. Whenever you believe man first came on this planet.
Okay, we heard that bullshit.
Man,
before.
I can't even count how many husbands, sons, brothers, boyfriends, and male companions who died because they have crashed out for the sake of BF.
Oh, we got to go back on this because this
from people around them. I've seen it in college. I've seen it in high school. I've seen it even in my adult years. Whenever a woman, typically black woman, gets mad, it's something sexual. I'll give you an example, Obsidian. Many years ago, me and a buddy of mine used to go to this bar. I'm in the bar and I'm having a conversation with the bartender. And I wasn't even really drunk at the time. We're having a conversation, just a typical conversation, no flirting, no nothing. A week later, same bar. I'm walking into the bar. This bartender, black chick, she's outside smoking a Black and Mild. It's about 5 dudes with her. Literally, Obsidian, I walked past and she said, "Oh, that's the dude that was harassing me." I said,
okay, keep that in mind. Remember now, this is a woman who was working at a bar, I believe, and he is accusing her of accusing him of harassing her. Let's keep that going.
God damn, all I did was have a conversation with her. You're the bartender. So I'm pretty sure.
I mean, a bartender, again, a bartender has a certain higher level of patience when it comes to being harassed, because quite unfortunately, it's a little bit part of their job. It sucks. It shouldn't happen. But in average, it just does, because you get dudes like this in there who, after they either get drunk or they want to play dumb, forget what they said or did. But he must have said something extra for the bartender. That's the point I'm trying to make. He said something extra to make the bartender take notice to him that he was being a creep. This isn't the first time, though. Let's keep it going.
A lot of men have gone through these situations, but the problem in the black community that I've seen is that.
Oh, here we go. Monica is in the house. Welcome, Monica. Welcome, Siobhan.
We don't check our simps, and that's why our simps are allowed to
keep listening to him now. Even remember now, this is the same guy who said, what white women are like heaven. He literally said that. And one of the red pill telltale signs of a simp that they tell you is a man who puts a woman on a pedestal. But apparently it doesn't count if you're white. A white woman can be put on a pedestal, but it appears a black woman cannot, because that was when I usually interact with red pill brethren, as they call themselves. They call a simp somebody who puts a woman on a pedestal. Let me keep going.
Harm men off of what a woman has said without any investigation. Because
But remember now, so I guess let's keep it going.
Let me stop you right there, because you said we don't check our simps.
No, we don't.
Let me get these super chats, and I want to ask you a question about that.
Absolutely.
Yardley Moise says with the $5 super chat, he says, "Brother Ali, you've been sipping hard for JPT lately. I'm disappointed in you, bro." Shake.
And he's right. Yardley Moise kept it real, brother Ali. You been simping hard for JPT, not lately, ever since I've seen him. I'm disappointed in you, bro. There's no way, and it's funny because this guy right here, he can't seem to hear right or something. Probably wanted to he was thinking differently. Watch.
My head. So what I would ask you, Yardley, and this goes to your point, you just chaotic.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if I was simping for a black woman? Because see, that's what I was.
Obviously not. Obviously it's not. See, that's the funny thing. First of all, it's like this. You would think that, okay, if you're going to simp, you're going to simp for somebody who's in your community, who you have a heritage with. Watch how he's tried to swing this around.
I was accused of when I went to the mat for Courtney Michelle, for Danica Marie, for Sansa. I was accused of simping for them. So is this a racial simping that you're talking about, Yardley, or is just simping in general? I need to get clear on that, because there seems to be the idea that I'm simping for Pearl because she's white. But how do you explain me going to the mat for Courtney Michelle?
No, you're simping for her because she's a white woman and you're broke, nigga. That's the problem. You're broke. And you think you can somehow finagle this into a situation where you can make some money. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Danica Marie, Sansa, all of whom are black women. How do you explain that? Let me get Roy K with the $5 super chat. He writes, "You say the guy in Pearly's situation never gave his side. He gave a statement denying it on the Uncut Underground channel and is taking legal action. This is the first time I've ever heard."
Right. Oh, and he tried to pass over this real quick. So I'm going to take my time with this so it goes real slow. Remember, we have the tape. Underground has a tape, okay, about how it went down, how Pearly got a black man Me Too'd, the straight up definition of it. The straight up definition of it. That's why I played those little lynching vids earlier in this thing, because that's what Pearly is. When it all breaks down, the real person comes out of people. Oh, we were about to see the real person come out of CT too. He's somebody. You notice how they mentioned 6, but they didn't show the 6 video, did they? They did not show you the 6 video. Guess who's about to show you the motherfucking 6 video? Let's keep it going.
Heard about this? If you send me along the information, I'll come back and address it. Roy K, the obsidianfiles@gmail.com. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. My man Jai Block with the $5 super chat writes, "Man, I can't even count how many husbands, sons, brothers, boyfriends, and male companions who died because they have crashed out for the sake of BFF." Appreciate you, brother, for that. Let me ask you a question.
See, this is the funny thing about weak black men. Well, really, quite honestly, let me not even make it a general term. This is something that happens with all weak men. They tend to not take accountability or responsibility for other people. I mean, for themselves. They blame other people. If men are the ones that are supposed to be the leaders, how can a black woman, because that's what all you niggas say, you don't blame anybody else, you blame black women, okay? Even though Karens be taking you down left and right. You blame black women, but you're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the stronger minded person. Didn't Kevin Samuels tell you guys, hey, you know, men are logical, women are emotional. So where's the logic in that? Where's the leadership? This guy looks, you think these guys are leaders here? Oh man. Oh man. Oh yeah, I remember your little speech about pulling up to the plate. Obsidian, I tell you what, I'm on the motherfucking field right now, Nogle. I'm on the field right now, Nogle. I'm right here. I'm staring at you 10 toes, staring straight at you. You don't want to come back over here because, shoot, you know what happened last time when you came through. You were never coming through again. I know that. You got your just like this nigga here came by. He came by. He pulled up. Sent both of you. We sent both of you with the tails between your legs. With tails between your legs. We love facts up over here. We love facts, and if you don't bring any, we're going to send you home. Let's keep it going.
Because Anton Daniels is part of this story regarding Six to Goddess. We're going to be talking about him more specifically later.
Ooh, y'all. People are going to be mad they missed this one. I'll tell you that right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because this ain't no jive. This ain't no jive. It's going to be all the way live. It's all the way live.
Sure.
Do you consider him a simp?
In the interest of I don't consider Anton a simp at all. I don't recall any time he's ever simped. I remember
this is gonna be fun.
Even when
I remember when you simped. We'll get there though.
I was on the panel. He didn't stop me, from the best of my knowledge and remembering. He didn't really come at me about Six at all. I mean, I know Six was an associate of his, business associate of his, but he never really came at me about her. So I can't really answer that question. I don't believe that Anton is a simp from the best of my knowledge. No.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, I mean, because it is a very interesting question. As a matter of fact, that's one of the my talking points for today's talking points show. So since I'm there, well, why don't we just go right into it? My first talking point, and I'm glad that you're here today.
Okay.
Why black men should take Me Too seriously?
Okay. To answer this
why
question,
we should take it seriously, and my take on this is because we need to put more focus on being professionals. Black men cannot ask the world, cannot ask black women for respect if we don't respect ourselves.
Exactly. Well said. I actually believe what he just said there. Probably one of the few truthful things you would get out of Obsidian's mouth. In the house, Maya Lashang. Since he brought that up, let's go here.
On this episode of Lapeef, let's talk.
That is cap. Maybe there are men that are like, yeah, you watch those. Stop it. Like, there's nothing a 5 washing dishes can do that will make you as sexually as excited as a 10. I don't care what the fuck you're talking about. Okay. I just think that this whole thing is crazy because most men cannot afford this shit that you're telling them. They cannot afford this. They can't.
Kayla nailed it. And he's going to be in trouble here in a minute. right here, he gonna be in trouble. He cannot handle, just like some men can't handle heavy drinks, he cannot handle a strong black woman whatsoever. And I'm going to say a strong, gorgeous black woman as well, because it's important that we remind some of these niggas out here that just because a woman, you're trying to come out here and say that black women in America don't look good and shit. Tell me that is the truth here. Nope. Dark chocolate, hair's laid perfect, okay? Skin glowing. So all you Austin Holloman fans, you can kiss my ass, because right now that she's American. She lives here in the United States. You guys, if she was from a foreign country, you guys would be putting her up on posters. So I don't want to hear no bullshit. Here we go.
They can't.
It's a whole bunch of
money. You need my money. You need my money. So I don't want to hear none of that. All of that. 90% of men need that check that she brings home. And this is
where's the lie? Where is the lie? There ain't no lie. That's why it's all the way live. Let's keep it going.
The facts. Okay. So it's really wild to me that people want to try to Kevin Hart their woman. You are not Kevin. You should humble yourself. And you should not give bad advice to these men out here that are driving around in Corollas telling somebody what the fuck they need to be doing.
I got a question. So you said you married, right? Chaotic. Do you cheat? Do you cheat?
I want you to, it's very important you guys watch this. Watch how composed he is right now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Believe it or not, no. You want me to expound upon that?
Sure.
Okay. I don't cheat because I'm very faithful and I'm very honorable. And I believe, first of all, I came from a nuclear family, so I understand the dynamics of maintaining a certain level of order. And I chose a woman who I felt was special enough for me to rid my way. All men are capable of cheating.
Start listening to this. He just said all men are capable of cheating, but keep listening now. This is more important for women than men. You need to listen to this. This is important.
Men are polygamous. But when I met my wife, she was everything that I wanted. She was tall, dark. She looked Sudanese. And this is what I wanted. And on top of that, she was domestic. There's nothing like.
On top of that, she was like a dog, like an animal, domesticated animal.
Notice how he's focused on himself. He has not said anything that he could do for her at all.
And he said like Sudanese. So she's not from the Sudan. She just looks like she is. And that's what attracted him to her. So he didn't go get someone from the motherland that he loves to boast about.
Right.
Depending on what day it is. Because one day they're no good. And then the next day they're the best thing. So yeah.
Look at Kayla. She's not having any.
Like cooking and cleaning and shutting the fuck up. And what I'm saying is that it makes me not.
If those are the qualities you're looking for, there's already a problem with you. But let's keep it going. It
sounds like a dog. It sounds like how you would train a dog to shut up, to come when you want them to come, to yield when you want them to yield. Go lay down when you tell them to go lay down. He sounds like he's wanting an animal.
Right. That's why I think, in my opinion, he's expressing sociopathic behavior. I know that.
I hate when you label people, how people label people.
I know. I like a label, but it's just I'm making it's more of a description than a what's that word you doctors use? Diagnosis. This is not. It's just my opinion. I'm just making it clear. But that's just the vibe he gives me. That's the vibe he gives me.
I want to have any infidelities and cheating, for example. It makes me want to maintain that order. It makes me want to refine my animalistic,
so that they can hear the full effect of what he's saying, and then
refine my animalistic urges. It makes me want to refine my any infidelities and cheating, for example. Setting the fuck up. And what I'm saying is that it makes me not want to have any infidelities and cheating, for example. It makes me want to maintain that order. It makes me want to refine my animalistic urges.
So long story short, you saying
I don't want to stop that there. I don't want to go to what Kayla said near the end. I think it's extremely important to go to that part. Okay. I think this is it.
That is determines your. I just think that it's crazy that you can think that somebody else's behavior determines your character, first of all. Second of all, it's some fucking cap for you to tell me cooking and cleaning has anything to do with your sexual urges, period, or what you find attractive or what turns you on. That is cap. Maybe there are men that are like, yeah, you watch those. Stop it. Like, there's nothing a 5 washing dishes can do that will make you as sexually as excited as a 10. I don't care what the fuck you talking about. Okay.
All right.
I think you should go. I think you should go back so we can actually hear him say what he said, because I didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I threw that in there right there because of to make the reply look more replyable, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's go where we are in front. Here we go.
Sure.
Okay. I don't cheat because I'm very faithful and I'm very honorable. And I believe, first of all, I came from a nuclear family, so I understand the dynamics of maintaining a certain level of order. And I chose a woman who I felt was special enough for me to rid my way. All men are capable of cheating. All men are polygamous. But when I met my wife, she was everything that I wanted. She was tall, dark. She looked Sudanese. And this is what I wanted. And on top of that, she was domestic. There's nothing like cooking and cleaning and shutting the fuck up. And what I'm saying is that it makes me not want to have any infidelities and cheating, for example. It makes me want to maintain that order. It makes me want to refine my animalistic urges.
So long story short, you saying that she's the person that determines whether you cheat or not.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's up to the woman. It's a woman's job constantly to keep you from acting upon your animalistic drive to have sex with multiple women. It's the truth.
So the woman is in charge.
Yeah.
So the woman is the leader.
Yeah, it's funny how
manipulating you when she does what she needs to do in her home to create a certain environment.
Right. This is funny. He put himself in a conundrum here because she's either controlling him and his urges, right? Or he's stupid as hell. I mean, the funny thing is he's literally telling you how weak he is without telling you how weak he is. He's literally telling you in so many words that he has no control over his urges whatsoever.
Right. They have no discipline. These men have no discipline. They lack discipline. They lack integrity. They lack any moral character, any moral fiber that anyone would want to stand behind and allow them to lead. Because what he's saying is, I'm not capable of doing those things. And so I need this woman to do it for me. And it's her responsibility and her job to make sure it happens. And so when she's not watching me closely and carefully, then I can run off and do whatever it is because I'm not capable of corralling myself. I'm not capable of leading my own self. I'm not in charge of my own animalistic urges. I have no discipline at all.
Right, and we're about to see something, folks. It's so hard for me to try to keep this under wraps for the sake of excitement. But let me tell you, let me just shut up. Let me shut up and welcome Creative Solutions to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I don't know. Hey, Gemini. This guy is on a roll. Yeah. No, but no wonder he can't really get with a functioning human who has their own opinion and own things that they want to do. It's too much for him. This is so cringe just to watch. I don't understand how he doesn't understand the way he looks right now. I think
man, it gets worse.
They just want to hear themselves talk.
Another thing to think about is how exactly is she supposed to do these things if she's supposed to shut the F up? Like, at what point does she get to say or do the things that make you stay faithful to her if she's supposed to shut up at the same time?
Right.
I'm gonna just say these guys are so easy to get played. Like a woman could understand and write down exactly what they want. And I think that's when most of these white women take the playbook and they take the game, because they listen to them, they do exactly what they want, and in return they're deceiving them. And like when they're not watching,
they don't have to work that hard.
They don't. They just listen to what they said and they just do that. And then after a while,
and they don't even have to do that for long, and it because all they have to do is flash their eyes. And one thing I do give it to white women, they know how to massage the ego, and black men are all about their ego. So as long as they can massage that ego, they get away with whatever it is that they want, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame them. They easy. They are easy targets. They are walking licks because of their egos. They always want to feel like they're in charge. They're selfish. So they're so in tune with themselves that they don't know what's going on around them.
Exactly.
It's the truth.
Well, I disagree 100%.
Even Anton doesn't care. Even Anton cannot cover up that kind of BS. Let's listen a little bit what he's got to say.
And I think a lot of it is just that, in a general sense, I think a lot of it is that guys put themselves in a position of where they have to reject temptation on a regular basis. And that's really what it is. It comes down to, if you have to make an effort to cheat, because most times I would assume that guys that get into situations in which they wind up cheating, it's not something that they was looking to do. It's something that wind up happening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times guys can cheat and not even remember the chick name and don't even, just keep it moving and not even trip off of that. They don't get emotionally connected unless they continue to rock with the chick for an extended period of time and they get to know her.
That's very interesting after watching all these events of these dudes toe tagging black women. So, and not only just black women. So that's really interesting that he said that about not being emotional. I mean, you would think that's how they are, and they might be that way with some women that they aren't, they don't click, they don't feel like they want, but that's not the result. That's not the proof that's put in the news. That's for sure.
Then she becomes a side chick, and that's a whole nother conversation. But the point is that when you don't put yourself in a position to have to reject temptation, you can't tempt me with something that I'm not interested in. You can't tempt me with something that's not always visible in my face. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that most guys have that discipline to be able to reject temptation, to put themselves in that same room and then walk away with it without at some point at least entertaining the possibility of. There's no woman. I'm too strong of a man. I'm too much of a king in my own household. I'm a king of my own.
We're about to see a little bit of that. Notice how this is the important point. Notice how both of them seem so in control and calm and composed. Oh,
especially when someone is opposing the very idea that this guy put out Like he just decimated his whole entire argument.
Right. Exactly. Hey folks, it gets crazier. I know everybody been through a lot. It's been very crazy the last couple of days, but it's going to get crazier. It's going to get crazier. DJ Torch, he went back to the crates and pulled some videos out. In the house, Heathen Queen, in the house, you can't get laid. Let's keep it going for a little bit more, and then I'm going to the piece.
On dick, I'm a king of my own life. There's no woman, not ever. I don't care what the circumstance.
I don't want to be a king over somebody like that. You know, I don't have to want to control anybody. I don't want to control anybody's emotions. I want them to be around me because they like me, they love me, they enjoy being around me. That's what I'm looking for. These niggas, I guess they don't have that. They just don't have that. They don't have it. And so what they have to do is try to control somebody. You know? You have to control. To me, that's simping when you have to control somebody for them to be around you. That's simping. That's the simping part. Let me keep it going.
I don't care what it is. That can ever.
Heathen Queen in the house. Heathen Queen in the house. Maya LaShawn says, look at Kayla looking pretty. Yep. She is definitely doing that.
I thought you were going to read her second comment.
Okay.
I'm tired of these men wearing suits to go nowhere.
Right. Exactly. Monica says they are insufferable. Yep.
Push me to do anything other than what it is that I want to do. And that's why I'm the leader of my household, because
see, that's right there.
What he push me to do what I want to do, not what's in the best interest of the family, not what she may contribute to and what she may need and what she sees that there can be more of or more to push him and propel him to go forward in something that she knows he's capable of doing.
Right.
I determine the ebbs and flows. I could never say that Rita or anybody else in my life, my mom, I don't care who it is, no woman can determine what I'm going to do on a day in and day out basis.
Oh, well, yeah, and that's true. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They didn't make you determine it. Let's see what you did on this day. Let's see how good you made your family look right here. Let's play this.
You want to know what's really wrong with the Black community? Is that the woman is out of her purpose and she's not a helpmeet no more. Yep. She's the enemy. She's more of an enemy than the white man ever has. She's more of an enemy than anybody in history has ever been to the Black community, because she's the very person that comes in with deceit and looks to use you and then disperse of you when she's done with you. And then she'll move on when it's all said and done, and then say, well, what about the kids? Fuck them kids. Fuck that woman too. Throw that hoe out with the bathwater. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Start the fuck over. Get a whole new group of women, and then fix the community that way.
Wow, I'm sure that his family of one wife and one girl, little daughter, was impressed with his speech.
I was gonna say, how did he experience what he said? He has no experience in that agenda. He has never experienced that in his life. How the hell is he talking from that place?
Yeah.
Why is it that DJ, I wanted to ask a question. Why is it that the video started off with white women, Black guys being accused of sexually assaulting white women? Why is it that if they know that this behavior is counterproductive to their well-being, why do they continue to repeat the same thing like a broken record over and over again, caping for white women and making it known that how beautiful they think white women are and how sexually attracted that they are to them. Like, why do they keep, like, if you know something's going to get you in trouble and it's going to like probably take your life, why do you keep repeating the same behavior? I mean, it's like, the P, is it that powerful? I mean, I've never been a man, but you know, like I can't experience what men, but is it that powerful to black men? I mean,
no, the problem they have is this, is that they want sex and they want control, and they're not getting either of those. That's how they value themselves, these particular men at least.
but it's more things to life besides like. So, I mean, I thought men was supposed to want to build things, like build industries, build buildings, build, you know, like, I mean, weren't the pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza built by men, particularly black men? I mean, what's wrong with these guys? Like, where did they come from? I'm like, I don't understand.
You can't get laid. They don't even know what they even built. You know more about what they built than they did. That's where these men are from. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I am not saying each and every black man on the world is of bandit material, but enough that the odds are real bad. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
Okay. Y'all. We're about to blow the top off of this right now. Boom. Boom.
Who is that?
That is Six the Goddess. That is the same Six the Goddess that these two hoodlums here found themselves talking shit about. Let's see what else they were saying.
And acting in an untoward manner in a professional setting is a sign that you don't respect yourself. Black men have to learn to respect themselves.
Oh my God. This is so important. This is so important. You got to hear this one more time. You got to hear this. This is so damn important.
Man, I can't even count how many husbands, sons, brothers, boyfriends, and male companions who died because they have crashed out for the sake of BFF. Appreciate you, brother, for that. Let me ask you a question. Because Anton Daniels is part of this story regarding Six the Goddess. We're going to be talking about him more specifically later.
Sure.
Do you consider him a simp?
In the interest of I don't consider Anton a simp at all.
So basically, they're trying to say, let me stop it there before it we dig deeper. They're trying to insinuate that Six the Goddess did the same thing, the same Me Too that Just Pearly Things did. If you did not see the Just Pearly Things, let's call it an inquisition about Me Tooing a black man, and it was clear to me after seeing it played over like at least 30 times and looking at it, looking at Sexy Red break her down, okay? It's clear to me. And the funny thing is this, is that she already admitted that she has no problem with it, because everybody seems to forget that Karen is the cousin of Me Too. And they forget to also mention that the women who benefit most from Me Too are not black. Mm. The women who benefit most from Me Too have been non-black women. Okay? We need to make that clear. So it's a different impact from JPT me tooing somebody, and if Six the Goddess attempted to do it. It just like it's like playing. It just won't hit the same. And what's ironic about the whole thing is that Black women are more SA attacked than Caucasian women when it comes to the harassment form. So for them to do this is low and disgusting. And I'm going to show you why they did this in a minute. I'm going to show you why they came for her like that. And it makes them look even more like Sambos. Even more like Sambos.
I don't recall any time he's ever simped. I remember, even when I was on the panel,
we went past that.
Black men cannot ask the world, cannot ask Black women for respect if we don't respect ourselves.
Listen, this is one of the few good points this dude made.
And acting in an untoward manner. And a professional.
It sounds funny coming from him because you've seen how he acts for the name of what he would call entertainment and money. But let's keep it going.
Setting is a sign that you don't respect yourself. Black men have to learn to respect themselves, in my opinion. And that's
don't do it.
That's why we need to take Me Too seriously. That's number one.
So he's literally
talking points memo number 2.
These dudes were literally anti Me Too until now, until guess who did it?
Oh, Pearly. Yeah, Pearly. Yeah.
Black America's selective outrage problem. We've seen this over and over again. Black Lives Matter 1, meaning we get outraged when someone Black, typically a male, not always, but typically a male, is either killed or otherwise grievously injured by whites, typically police.
Yeah.
But we say nothing when Blacks, typically, not always, but typically Black males, are either killed or grievously injured by other Blacks. Selective
Notice
outrage.
how he didn't say Black men,
That's
because those are the majority group. The majority group who perpetrates these types of things is Black men against Black men and Black men against other demographics, against Black women and other demographics.
Right. But he made it clear. He just said Blacks in general. No, and we all know that Black women do not kill Black men nearly, not even close to the amount.
It's negligible.
Exactly. It shouldn't just be counted.
You barely even see Black women on, that what's that TV show where the women are unsolved mysteries, where women are going out there, killing their husbands. I forgot the name. But you hardly ever see them on that TV show.
Another example of selective outrage is what we have right here. We have a situation right here wherein which, and for the sake of the argument, I'm going to grant the argument. That's the reason why I put it the way I did in the title. Just Pearly things, Me Too the Black man. Fine. I will accept on its premise. But six to God is Me Too you too. Now I have my view on that. I'm going to, and you're here, man to man.
You heard it.
First, I want to say this. First, I want to say this. Is there a lawsuit? Were there charges? Were there police charges out?
Right. Did she get
So
him
how
fired?
did she Me Too him?
Yeah, did she get him fired?
No, he's still on his tour, his cleanup tour. So how did she Me Too him?
Right.
I'm going to let you know what my position is after we review the evidence first. I'm going to let you know what my position is on that. But it seems to me, because black women were the ones that, in my experience, black women were the ones to make a stink about just Pearly things, Me Tooing a black man. Okay. Where were black women?
This dude doesn't know. He's just a sacrificial lamb. See, dude over here, he worked for Pearly. His goal is defending Miss Pearly.
Exactly. This has nothing to do with this dude over on the other side. This is just a cleanup tour for
Pearly. And he thought he could benefit from it, but he's gonna find out later. It ain't gonna work.
When it came time to you getting Me Too?
Nowhere.
Where were black women?
Nowhere.
You're a black man.
Yeah, it was only black men coming to my
So
defense.
either you count. So do you see what I'm talking about?
For 1 second, I gotta reiterate. Remember now, he already accused another woman who was a bartender that the bartender accused him of harassment. Remember, that's already one incident that he himself brought up himself.
So how was
But
he
you
Me
notice how
Too?
he's guiding, how Obsidian is guiding this thing where he's saying it was black women that got upset. No, it was a few black women. Most black women didn't care anything about this situation as far as what she did. It was just to point out how the hypocrisy. See, they like to conflate getting upset with pointing something out. It's not the same thing. We could care less what you guys have going on with this white woman. Really, we just don't even care.
Right.
It's pointing out the hypocrisy, and he's conflating these two separate incidents and trying to make them congruent when there is no congruency.
Do they see themselves as why do they always try to see themselves as women? Like they want to be. How was he Me Too'd if the bartender accused him of harassing her? I just don't understand. Is he saying he was Me Too'd?
He's saying that he was Me Too by Six the Goddess. But again, when you look at how Me Too works, you're either you're prosecuted, at the very least you're you've been brought in and charges have been posed against you. You lose your career. Something to that sort happens. Nothing like that is happening in this situation. Exactly. And it amazes me that these guys want black women to always come to their defense. And I fought a lot of black women, put the cape down, because you don't need to be defending men who won't defend you. Because by and large, they just do not. As a matter of fact, you'll have a perpetrator before you have a defender. So it's up to them to defend themselves. It's funny that these men are the leaders, but they're always expecting black women to come to their defense. Make it make sense.
Exactly.
The black man, is this about a black man or is this about a white woman? What is this about? Because two black men got Me Too'd here.
Two black men did get Me Too'd. One was a black man by Pearly. One, the coach trainer, and the second one was the concierge that she had fired because he stood up to her. He stood up to her because there was somebody she kicked out of the building, right? But the concierge and this young lady that she kicked out were, they hit it off, right? Now the woman never approached Pearly anymore after Pearly kicked her out. They never approached each other anymore. She's not even thinking about Pearly. She's thinking about the concierge now because they vibing real cool. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is this. You know what Pearly did? Pearly went out of the way to not only call his boss to have him fired, she wrote an email and got him fired. She bragged about it. She bragged about it in one of her videos. And got him. That's what you call me tooing a mofo. That's what you call me tooing. Hold on one second. I'm gonna bring up
Hey y'all.
Maya.
I just want to say they want to be white men so bad that they even want to be Me Too and lose their job like them. Because they over here trying to say this person. Y'all was like, he was Me Too, he was Me Too. And Gemini said, how was he Me Too when he didn't lose anything? He didn't lose his job. He didn't like, but y'all even want to be prosecuted like them. Like, Jesus Christ. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's straight up crazy. Hold on one second. I got to work something out real quick.
Maya said, you want to be white men so bad.
Under dubious circumstances. That's the argument with regard to just Pearly things. That she Karen'd this black man. Fair enough. Fine. I will accept.
No, she Karen'd 2 black men.
But those same black women don't have anything to say about 60 Goddess, Me Too, and you under what I consider
Because
to
she
be
didn't.
somewhat dubious circumstances as well. Like I said, I have my own take on it. I'm going to reign on the just and the unjust alike. We're going to get to that in a minute. But first, let me get to these super chats.
All
He
right,
go
Quita's
into the
in the
building
house,
with the $5 super chat. He writes, it needs to be a
Quita.
schism. My black and black women victimized black ain't
Okay, I think we've seen enough of that. Let's go to the good stuff now. Let's go to the good stuff. Let's go to the good stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw that they were accusing 6 of Me Tooing this calm, refined gentleman right here. Let's see how calm he stays. I'll show you what happened. I'm about to break down what really happened right now. People are going to be mad they missed this one because this is what went down.
And he ain't refined. He just a nigga that shop at JCPenney's.
Pretty much.
In the Husky Boys section at that.
Period.
Let me get this ready. Okay, here we go, y'all.
So white people don't kill their own husbands, kill their own parents for life insurance settlements. As though you don't have white men that kill each other and the police write it off as a civil dispute. He said that white people can smoke and drink and prostitute and they're simply having a good time. They don't kill each other while doing it.
She's referring to the chaotic coon right here.
Listen, see, chaotic for what you saying. Do you know how many people are sitting in jail right now on non-violent crimes? On non-violent, just drug offenses.
Yes, I worked in the court, sir. Yes.
Okay, then. So why are we having this discussion?
Wait.
Oh, here it go, y'all.
Can you
Oh my
go
God.
back where we can hear him say what she was addressing?
Okay. Siobhan's in the house. Real Judah is in the house. CKE is in the house. Quita is in the house.
On the ancestor, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason maybe that's the reason why God set it up where I could not make the stream. God was like, you know what, baby girl, I'm not even going to put you in that situation. And I should have paid attention to divine order and just not got on the stream at all, because now I see why this was not the environment for me. Thank you so much for the super chat. The truth, he says, keep up the good work, sis. You was dope last night, and we seen the truth about how non-FBA feels about us. Yes. And that's why there's a blessing and a silver lining to every cloud. We needed what happened last night to be seen, because we need more foundational Black Americans to get on board of why FBA is about to literally become a matter of life or death. All right. Now, y'all, get ready for the cooning. Get ready.
I didn't even have to say it.
Let me see if I can expand this. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this together.
Take your time, 6. We got time.
Y'all, the level of cooning. Oh my God, get ready.
All night. We've been pontificating and giving us all game all night.
Mr. Riddler, I am just asking a question.
Mr. Truth.
You said that the police are, I mean, absolutely corrupt.
Specifically in Georgia,
sir,
is what I pointed out.
Sir, why haven't you called the FBI? Because the FBI has dominion over those.
Because Victor Hill is under indictment. He's under federal indictment.
So, okay, sir, but sir, there are thousands.
Can fix it, and I say this. I used this analogy before, right?
And y'all, I don't know if Logic is FBA or not, but I highly doubt it. Okay. And if Logic is FBA, then I can tell that he's very hurt. Like Black people have probably done him dirty or hurt him in some way, because for Logic to be in Atlanta and sit and say that the police, he was saying that the police, oh, y'all will run around driving, smoking weed speeding with a suspended license. And then the police pull you over. And then you say, oh, the police are racist. No, y'all need to stop driving with suspended license. He was saying stuff like that. So I don't know if Logic is FBI, but I
Wait a minute. I'm over here trying to peacefully eat my trail mix. But I'm confused. Is he wrong?
He's not wrong. No.
Oh, okay.
No, what he said was right. They need to stop doing that.
Right. So why does that make him not an FBA? Because he said that.
I don't know. This is like the thin line between like you can't say this, you're stepping over their toes, you can't say that.
Right. I think what it is that she remembers a lot of men are in her, in her sub system. And a lot of them, they have gone through this situation. Let's put it that way. So she's not really pandering to them. She's just.
No, sir, she's pandering. Sorry.
I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. He looked like he might have a Bahamian background. I don't know where his parents are from, but I'm praying to God. We're not claiming Logic as FBA. I'm hoping to God he's not.
Well,
I'm not going to claim it because I don't.
She can disown me with Logic. Negroes need to stop driving with suspended license and running around smoking weed. Like, the hell?
I don't have time.
Yeah.
I said, if you got a junky backyard, right? Your backyard is full of trash. If your neighbors throw trash in there, guess what? It'll be hard to identify, right? Because it's trashy, correct?
This is the challenge that I have, Logic.
No, wait.
It would be hard to identify because it's
I'm doing this. I'm making this point.
Yes.
The reason I say that, if we clean up our backyard and somebody outside our community throw trash in there, would it not be identified?
Correct.
That's all I'm saying, player.
I'm with you. No, Logic, we on the same point. We just don't always agree. And I'm cool with that, bro. Because the thing for me is when we get to having these conversations, we talking like Black people all the time, do all these things, but we could easily listen, if the police was really about ridding drugs out of the communities or the communities or whatever, they could go on any PWI campus and get a haul. They won't do that. They could go to any community in Chicago. They can go on the north side, show enough go into Boys Town, show enough go into Greek Town, show enough go
Okay, let me fast forward this. I want to just get to.
Yeah, let's get to
a
it.
quick question.
Let's get
Hold
to
on.
it.
The red wolf, it's not going to change.
Mr. Riddler.
I'm not talking about.
Oh, listen to this, y'all. Get ready. Here it goes.
Mr. Riddler, no offense. I'm being serious. You are indistinguishable. You are indistinguishable from a Ghanaian, from a man from Democratic Republic of Congo. There is
no. See how the lies have started already? FBA people are 100% distinguishable from non-FBA people.
No, they are not.
Okay. This is
What
where
is
the delusion
FBA?
starts.
Fundamental Black American?
Yes.
Yeah.
Foundational
Oh,
Black
yeah.
American.
Okay. And
No,
where the
they're
hell
not.
is my I need to go get my banjo because we need some background music for this tuning.
I'm still trying to figure out what, there is an overarching thing with these males. It's as though everybody else is responsible for cleaning up, doing something to keep them in control, to keep them where they should be, as opposed to them doing it for themselves. Why aren't you cleaning out the drugs in your community?
Right. Sexy Red's in the house.
And
Nicole
also,
Nielsen's in the house. Real Judah is in the house. Quita's in the house.
if my backyard is full of water bottles and my neighbor throws a honey bun wrapper in my backyard, I'm gonna be able to identify it. Meaning, I might got trash back there, but I know most nasty people know they trash.
All right, let's keep it rolling.
Foundational Black Americans, we have a whole different skin tone.
We're gonna go back past.
America is
this.
the greatest country on the planet. We have the highest GDP.
Hey, listen,
our companies are
getting you a conservative.
Oh God! Now he says in Africa,
it's good. Real this woman
they
just
got
said
the
to you,
highest
man to man,
GDP.
right? And I don't even want to fuss this pro-black stuff.
Didn't he say that in our room that Africa was a shithole? But now he's saying that Africa has the highest GDP. Isn't it having the highest GDP good?
Yeah, it is.
What's GDP stand for?
Something about buying and selling shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
like
paid attention.
Yeah, your growth capital is like how much money you make in revenue was being shipped out.
Yeah, from scamming. Sorry.
I'm gonna just say this, right?
Stop.
If I dropped out of high school,
listen to these arguments.
Fucking up, right?
Y'all, if y'all did not watch the video I did yesterday on pro-black and why it's needed and what it really means, can y'all please go back and watch it? Because this type of logic that Logic is displaying is the exact thing I was speaking about. Where it's these people who have a problem with pro-blackism because in their mind it's about, well, no one's holding you back and we need to do better and we're our own worst enemy, and shut up. Okay? This is exactly what I was talking about. People who think that pro-blackism is about holding hands with all Black people and we just love each other. Yeah. Please, y'all, go back and watch the video. Y'all.
All right, in the house, Maker's Jules, along with Bucky and Henry Mars is in the house. A lady is in the house.
Need to watch that.
Would you not tell me to get better?
1000% Logic.
Okay, so this is all I'm saying to you, player. So now, and I go get my GED or I get my diploma. You told me to get better. I listen to you, right?
I'm gonna salute you
because I had an issue, right? Then I ain't making enough money. Ain't you gonna encourage me to go to school?
1000% Logic. You know this already.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. The thing is, if we really care about each other, we gonna acknowledge the problems because that's and like I said, even if the system is what y'all say it is, let's acknowledge the problems.
I got you on that.
That way, no, I'm being serious. That's the only way we can fix it. And I say this, I used this analogy before, right? I said, if you got a junky backyard, right? Your backyard is full of trash. If your neighbor throws trash in there, guess what? It'll be hard to identify, right? Because it's trashy, correct?
Like, what are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? Why can't we as grown adults have a discussion based on facts? What are these weird analogies that have nothing?
You know something, Six? I say the same thing every time in every live I have. And this nugget right here tried to play some games in our sauce. So I understand where you're coming from that point of view. I may not agree with a lot of things you say, but that I do.
Nothing to do with anything. What is this?
Hazel, welcome to the chat.
This is the challenge that I have, Logic.
No, wait.
Okay, yes, it would be hard to identify because it's hard to.
Chicago's like, man,
I'm making this point.
What the hell?
Yes.
The reason I say that, if we clean up our backyard,
Okay, let's get to the good part.
And somebody outside our community.
White kids are not shooting and killing each other. I was looking.
I gotta go
Community
back.
in Chicago, they can go on the north side. Show enough go into Boys Town. Show enough go into Greek Town. Show enough go into I won't say the village, but they can go into these villages because Kay said we can't say the word, but Kay know what I'm talking about.
White kids aren't shooting and killing each other in
Bro,
Africa.
bro.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? He said white kids are not shooting and killing each other. I was looking at an article that said that there was like between 300 to 400 mass shootings last year, where vast majority of them were committed by young white males. Every time you hear about a school shooting, 9.5 times out of 10, who is shooting up the schools, killing other white children? Little white boys who are pissed because no one will be their friend and their mom took their fucking Xbox.
That's true. She's got a point, but at the same time.
And the last one was a little girl who wanted to be a little boy.
What?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, but at the same time,
transgender. She was transgender, and she went and she pew-pewed up the school.
Yeah, but the point I need to make is this: is that we still got issues with our own situation. But yeah, she made up a good point. It's not like we're all alone doing this, but still, as far as in our community, we got a long ways to go.
They will literally come to school and shoot everyone because their mom took their Xbox. But you have black children where their fathers are imprisoned by the system. They have single mothers. They are systematically impoverished, and they robbing and killing to eat and feed themselves. And they're worse than white boys that shoot up the whole school because their mom took their goddamn Xbox.
Wait,
it gets
robbing
worse.
And stealing to feed themselves. Who is you talking about?
I know.
Because these little ninjas are robbing, killing, and stealing to feed themselves. Please miss us with that.
If it's just for food, it's for something else.
Really, you know that? Okay, go ahead.
So you okay?
Go ahead, Rilla.
Because if they use drugs, Rilla, if they use drugs,
one at a time, y'all. One at a time.
Listen.
If they can use drugs and get drunk and prostitute,
let me
and
bake
there's no
this cake. Let me bake this cake. Let me bake this cake because
this man said, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. This man said they can prostitute, do drugs, but as long as they don't have any violent crime, they're good. When a white person do the crime, they're just having a good time. So white people don't kill their own husbands, kill their own parents for life insurance settlements. As though you don't have white men that kill each other and the police write it off as a civil dispute. He said that white people can smoke and drink and prostitute, and they're simply having a good time. They don't kill each other while doing that.
Listen, see, chaotic for what you saying. Do you know how many people are sitting in jail right now on nonviolent crimes? On nonviolent, just drug offenses.
Yes, I worked in the court, sir. Yes.
Okay, then. So why are we having this discussion? Like,
oh, here it go, y'all. Oh my God.
I'm saying something very simple that you should be able to comprehend. And the conversation really should be, yo, if the system was really about cleaning up drugs and this, that, and the third, whoopie-woo, they would attack the rural areas.
They do.
But Rilla, you missed it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's keep it going.
Rilla.
Hold on. Wait.
Rilla.
Wait, no, hold on. I just want him to confirm this. Hold on. From Indiana. I just want to hear him say this. He said they do.
Rilla, you just made your
statement. They attack the problem in the trailer parks the same way they do in the hood.
Right. Look, because see, this not even a conversation. listen what you just said, and you're gonna walk off. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
The black, yeah, because you paid the black.
I'm gonna say it anyway. You know what? The white
Fair use, y'all. Fair use.
communities do drugs,
and they get raided too.
In the black community. Okay, hold up, bruh. The black community, the white communities do drugs. They goddamn buy pussy. They do all that shit. But guess what? Don't follow that.
Wait.
Violent crimes don't follow that. So guess what? If you're in the, we can hear you, but y'all know what you're doing. But
I went to a PW. I'm sorry.
Hold on. Yeah, I want to, because we got the
police follow the violent crime. All right, I don't want to talk about this shit no more.
I went to a PWI, and I can tell you a lot of white boys used to get knocked in their dorms. And there's people in the chat who went to the same school with me who know me in the chat. And all they got to do is say, yes, I went to school with Chaotic. And yes, I'm telling you, there were raids with them white boys and they were getting busted on campus.
Do you identify as black?
Ma'am, I identify.
Okay, now see this sister here, this sister right here, she's FBA. Okay. So this sister here was one of the only people on the panel where you can tell that her ancestors have contributed and invested.
You gonna have to write these timestamps down or type in the comment the timestamp. That way you can get right there. So maybe do a foo-foo page if you don't want
Who
to
are
know
the
who's
most
in there.
violent? Do you see why this is dangerous and a matter of life or death? Because when white supremacy needs a puppet to sit and perpetuate their justification to off us and continue to unjustly lock us up and discriminate against us, these are the type of niggas they bring forward. And that's why this situation is very serious. And this is why I could not sit in good faith and let this man continue to sit up here and spread this. I wasn't going to. I couldn't take.
Why can I bring that point up?
Hey, Chaotic.
Hey, hey, y'all.
I'm gonna go to a white panel. I'm out of here.
Hey,
did y'all hear what he said? I'm gonna go to a white panel. Listen to this. Okay. So now y'all get your teacups. This is when I come on. Now I'm gonna warn y'all, trigger warning now. This is about to get very real, very fast.
I'm gonna pause right there for a second. Any thoughts? Anybody?
Maya, can you turn your mic up, please?
Oh, I don't know how. I'm on my phone, to be honest. Is this better? I can bring it up to my face. But I was saying, DJ, all you got to do is when you watch the video or the part that you know, write in the comments the timestamp. And if you don't want her to know that you was on there, just make a fake page and then come back. And type in the comment. I'm trying, you know I love you.
I'm just trying to figure. I'm still lost as to how we're supposed to be able to distinguish a FBA and a regular African person from, second generation African. Like, that's just baffling me. I'm still baffled by that.
Oh, I can tell.
But before they open their mouths?
Yeah, by their skin. Like original African people, they have a look. They have a very.
I can tell you now, I have a guy brother who looks like he's straight from the motherland, and he is not.
But normally, I'm really good at telling.
I've seen a lot of FBA that look like they're straight from the motherland, and they're just not. They just look that way. They have a certain look.
Well,
okay, I'm gonna play.
It's like our blackness is muted because we have like the mix of our generation of whiteness. It's like they just look more like. I don't.
Okay,
I don't want to use the word exotic.
Here we go.
This is going to escalate quick.
Oh, Six, welcome to the show. What you got for
how
us?
y'all doing? Hey.
Hi, Six.
Hey.
Who's that?
I have a quick question.
Hello.
I have a question for the brother on the end. What is his name?
It's Chaotic.
Agent of Chaos.
Where are your parents from?
I you know what? I'm so tired of answering that question. That's a private question. I'm so tired of answering that question because what
Why
does it
are you
matter?
tired of answering it? I've asked it to you one
I'm
time.
tired of everybody asking me that question. Like, what does that question mean?
It means a lot.
Okay,
I'm just simply asking, what is your background? I don't understand.
Okay. They're from Japan. Okay, now, what's the next question?
Okay, so if your parents are from Japan,
They're not from Japan, but go ahead. If they were, what's the question?
why are you defensive? And I've asked you one question.
Because I get that question so many times on.
I'm gonna tell you all why he did not want to answer the question. Okay. Now, I figured out later into me and his conversation that he knew exactly who I was. Okay. He has been on my YouTube. He's been on my Instagram probably every day, probably a few times a day. He knew exactly who I was. He knows that I am very articulate. He knows I'm very intelligent. And he knows I don't open my mouth unless I know what I'm talking about. He knew. Okay. Now, keep in mind, y'all, this is a grown man who claims he's college educated. If you are educated in the art of debate, then you will know that the other party is allowed to ask you questions that you need to answer. We're having a conversation. The other party is allowed to ask you questions to help prove and articulate their point. The reason why he refused, where are your parents from, is a private question. I didn't ask you your credit score. I didn't ask you your blood type. I didn't ask you how much your parents pay for their mortgage. I asked you where they're from. It is very unbecoming of a man to lead in a debate with emotion like this man did. This male, let me say male, okay? Because we can't call him a man. We're going to say male, all right?
Shout out.
He did not want to answer the question because he...
Shout out to Tomas in the house. Bridget is in the house. Just asked Char is in the house. We're going to keep this going, though. We're going to keep this
that
going.
Once he went ahead and let me know that your family does not have a vested interest, has not invested in this country generationally like I have, that I was going to rip you a new one. So in order for him to knock me off of my argument, or at least attempt to, this is why he refused to answer the simple question of where are your parents from? Pay attention.
Why do you think that black people
is
ask
in
you
the
that
house.
question?
See, I have no idea why. You know what? This is what I love about white people. They don't infringe upon.
Do y'all hear? I want y'all have to, y'all.
This is what I love about white people.
So this guy that says this is, so he's not American, like his family is not from America.
Nope.
Nigerian.
No wonder.
He looks
Oh my God.
Nigerian. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to over here think about how you can tell, like some Nigerians, if you look at the palms of their hands, it's kind of like a yellowish
No,
tint.
you could just tell by their features that they're
spices that they eat and they eat with their hands. Yeah.
It's in the hands. Some of them don't have body hair. They don't grow body hair. They don't have to worry because with us being mixed in with white culture, some of our body hair, some don't grow body hair. So I'm over here thinking, like, how can you can tell? So
no, but it's really
Okay, let's go past that.
Well, of course,
you can't really tell with every because a lot of people from Ghana look like American people, but the only people that you can tell is from Africa is like a Nigerian because they have distinct features and characteristics.
Or Senegalese too.
Okay.
Oh, and of course,
folks,
Sorry.
we're gonna move forward.
Oh, put your headphones in, put your volume up. You all need to listen very closely to every single word that is said from this point forward, because every single word is relevant to how this turned into an embarrassing shit show. Listen to what he just said. He said, "This is why I love white people." Let me see. I'm trying not to rewind it because I don't want it to start over. Listen to what he said.
Patient. Listen what you just said. And you're going to walk off. But
Clips is in the house. Clips, welcome. Henry Mars, welcome. Don Harden, welcome. Here we go.
You paid the black, yeah, because you paid the black.
It's ingenuous.
You would not walk down a back alley, went to school with Chaotic, and yes, I'm telling you, there were raids with them white boys, and they were getting busted on campus.
Do you identify as black?
Fuck. Hold on.
Ma'am, I identify.
Damn.
Why do you think that Black people
Here we
ask
go.
you that question?
Here we go.
I have no idea why. You know what? This is what I love about white people. They don't infringe upon my rights. I can go anywhere.
He said, you cannot make this up. Thank God for video. Thank God for playbacks. Because if I would have came on here and told y'all this happened, you wouldn't believe me. This fool said, this is why I love white people. Because they don't infringe upon my rights.
What? Interrupt you right there because
Yes, I know, because that's what Black people do.
One
They
thing that I
interrupt me
do
while I'm talking.
know
Go ahead.
is that your parents are definitely not from America. So this is the problem that I'm having. I would not go to your country and try to tell you what it is and what it is not. If we are here, we've been here our whole lives, our parents are here. You cannot now come here and then say and gaslight us and say that
you
we love
walk down
white
the back alley
people
with
and
two
that
Negroes
we're
behind you.
criminals
Keep it real.
and that
Let's
we
not.
don't get mistreated in the justice.
So now he's saying, now keep in mind, okay? He won't answer the question about where he's from because he knows that's going to lead to him getting, I have a pressure cooker, my Ninja Foodie. It's going to lead to him getting Ninja Foodie pressure cooked. So he will not answer any of the factual questions. So now he's going to, you would not want to walk down an alleyway with two Black guys. No, nigga. You know who I wouldn't want to walk down the alleyway with? These niggas. This is who I would not want to walk down an alleyway with.
You got to give credit where credit is due. That was an
Y'all
excellent
Google this
comeback.
with me. Google American
Well,
serial
actually,
killers
I wouldn't
and
want to walk down
scroll
the
with
alley.
me.
Period. With
These
white men
the
or black
motherfuckers I
men
wouldn't
or
want to
Hispanic
walk
men,
down an
any
alley with,
in an
nigga.
alley.
These mofos. I walked down the alley with my own 1,000 times before I walked down the alley with one of these niggas once. This is who I would not walk. You cannot make.
Okay, so you can see that this man is talking. I'm going to be nice and say very un-pro-black. Let's put it that way. Very un-pro-black.
I think he's very unpro-black. He is. His stance, the way he talk, as you see in the last video. I'm glad everybody is seeing it and they're watching him talk and they seeing what he's saying. But yeah,
Well, he doesn't relate to the Black culture over here, or he identifies more with the white culture. You know, being that he probably was raised by, you know, like a lot of the time foreigners, foreign parents, they are very, very prejudiced towards. They teach their kids to feel a certain way about American people and to always try to, you know, feel as though you're better than them. So, you know, he identifies more with white America than he does with the Blacks over here.
They don't even identify
agree.
with them. They would like
Yeah.
to be them, and they would like to see themselves above us.
Yeah.
But see, what I don't understand
they
is
align
that
themselves with them as if they're going to be the exception to the rule. When it's all said and done, they look like us. So there is not going to be a separation or a deviation if something goes down. They're going to be lumped in right with us.
Exactly.
I don't even understand. Like in those countries, like specifically in Africa, like you see the Europeans and white people just basically just R-word Africa of all of its resources to the point where they have to come over here and get an education and make money, even though they were the richest country in the world at one point before Europeans came over there. So how could they possibly think that unless it's some type of psychological disorder? How could they possibly think that they're better than the Americans already over here?
Because you got to realize they're only looking at it through TV and media. So during those times, they would see, you probably was looking at rap music and things like that. They only saw us before they came over to America. They only saw us through the media and what was on TV. And also people have to understand that Africans didn't see themselves as one as we all black. They only stuck to their tribe. Their people was their tribe. So that's another reason why the Europeans were so easily able to come into these African tribes and trade guns and stuff like that, because they were trying to defeat the neighboring tribe. They didn't see themselves as all one, as we're all black. They didn't see themselves like that.
All right, we're gonna break into the video.
Make this up. This is Google. What do majority of these men look like? This is who I don't want to walk down an alleyway with, nigga. This is who. Fuck out of here. Got me hot. You wouldn't want to walk down an alleyway with two black guys. Man, get out of here. Then later on try to accuse me of creating a fear-based narrative about black men. The irony. The irony. Then told me, oh, you're mongering fear for black men. No, you are. Got a black man, black son, black father. You ain't got to worry about me on who I'm trying to make black men look bad. Get out of here. Proof is in my real life. Get out of here.
Walk down the back alley
had a job at a courthouse. It just it's unintelligent and it's disingenuous.
You would not walk down a back alley with two Negroes behind you. Stop. Stop.
Thank you, sis. If you got robbed, just say that. Okay? Let me tell you something. Everybody don't got their car broke into, got robbed before. You don't see Negroes rocking around here talk about, I hate black men now. Get out of here. Get over it. It's life. I'm here in Atlanta. Do you know who be doing most of the car break-ins in Buckhead? White people. Young white boys. And they, you know why a lot of them don't get caught? Because it looks like a good old American white boy walking around the parking garage. Then you go on ATL Scoop and see the videos, and it's a white guy breaking into cars. Are white people going around saying, oh, white people robbing us? No. People get robbed. I've had my car broke into before. People get robbed before. It is what it is. That is not a right.
All right.
I just want to say,
that's true.
I just
Shout
want
out
to
to
say I've
Gwen.
never gotten robbed.
Okay. Well, shout out to Gwen. Shout out to Bridget in the house. Shout out to Mika in the house. Shout out to Don Harden in the house. Let's get going. And hey, it gets better. It gets crazy.
But can I just say this? I've never ever gotten robbed, and I noticed when you got your God's angels and you wrapped around you and you doing right in God's eye, He will protect you. So 6, maybe stop being a bitch. Maybe you won't get robbed.
No, she's not saying that. The guy was saying that.
Oh, well, he need to change your life, and that karma won't come back at you.
To sit and hate your entire race because some bum robbed you. If you got your lunch money took, just say
hold on.
Okay, so now that I see the direction he's going in, y'all, I don't know how many of y'all have been following my channel, but I don't know. The real Goddess gang gonna know my motto. The real Goddess gang knows my MO and know my motto. Y'all know my motto. When they go low, I go underground. Y'all know me. I don't have an indoctrinated mindset. I don't believe in that turn the other cheek. I don't do any of that. My motto, when you go low, I'm going lower. Okay?
And that's why
you go low, I'm going straight to hell. I'm going underground. Y'all know me. So at this point, I officially think this is funny. Okay, so now I am just like, wow, this man is really losing his mind. So now I'm just gonna just plunk him in the forehead now. Y'all watch.
Let them talk, Logic.
You know, ma'am, you would not walk down a back alley with two black men behind you. You know it. You don't live around black people. You live in you live on a cul-de-sac in a suburb. You don't live around black people.
You are extremely emotional. Why are you so emotional?
Remember now, I want you to remember he was all calm and cool over here. Let me put the picture up. He was all calm and cool over here. He was all composed and he was all, respectable to the male host, by the way, right? But over here, a little bit of a different story. And this is the important thing. Women, you need to see this. This is why that you should have chose better theory doesn't work because it doesn't help you when you're with a dude who just is a sociopath, in my opinion. A sociopathic has sociopathic behavior where they hide this or they mask the real them until they get mad. You know when somebody gets mad, the real them comes out. We're about to see this right now. Here we go.
Emotional right now.
What,
Like
this
emotion that you're exuding is indicating a bigger problem that you have. What is it that you are trying to fight or convince us of right now?
Okay, Lapeef, can we do it like this? Can we just do?
Thank you, Six.
She asked a question, then I answer, and then I ask the question. She answered. Can we do it just like that for a minute, Lapeef?
Well, honestly, I didn't come here to necessarily have a direct dialogue.
Can I answer your first question?
I think we've heard of
This is the most dialogue and conversation that he's ever gotten from a sister that looked like me in his life.
He said he taught. And Red Wine 65 says Chaotic was a New York City substitute teacher.
Life. Okay. This is the most attention and direct conversation that he has ever
That's
got.
kind of weird for somebody who has two masters or claim to have two masters. Don't you think that's kind of? I mean, isn't that enough?
Teacher. It is very weird to have two master's degrees and be a substitute teacher. Yes.
Yeah.
The kids didn't like
Gotten
him
from a sister like me ever. Okay, he don't even know what to do with himself right now. Watch how sent he's about to get.
And I answer
we
your
kind of get your mindset. The point is this.
It's fascinating that you go
Here
on
it goes. He's
Black
about to
panels,
lose his
they
shit.
ask you a fucking question and you can't give the answer.
Okay, so
Oh, was that the F word? Did I just hear the F word from Mr. Respectable? By golly, gee williger.
now you're cussing at me. Now you're raising your voice. So now I see I've won. All right. Now at this point, I don't believe as a man, you need to be using profanity towards me. All right. There was no reason. I have not disrespected you. I have not called you out your name. If you want to take it there to where you're going to start to get belligerent and start to cuss at me, well, guess what? Now the gloves are coming off. So now here comes a point where I'm like, I got him. I got him. Y'all, watch him lose his shit and watch how I just egg it on. Watch this.
But something else you should watch is that none of the other men told him to calm down, relax, chill, because she's just in there calmly asking questions. And whether you like it or not, he's been on YouTube long enough. That's the way the game's played. Whatever you think she's doing, it doesn't matter. You have to keep your cool. He didn't.
But if he keeps his cool and if he goes off the handles and the guys tell him to calm down, the viewers will leave because there's no drama.
That is true. But you'll see what happens.
This is a problem in the Black community. The only people who restrict my freedom
you said you were in
Black
Carlton Banks.
It's not white
Carlton
people.
Banks.
It's not Asian
You
people.
need
It's
to
Black
calm down.
people, particularly Black women.
Your pocket protector is in a bunch.
You niggas commit a lot of.
Oh God! He wish he was as cool as Carlton Banks. He wish he was as swaggy as Carlton Banks.
Can you blow that up a little bit, DJ?
Let's see if I
Blow
can
his
get it.
face up right there.
Let me see what I can do.
He looks really short though.
He
Super
is.
short.
He's probably like 5'4", 5'5".
No, I'm taller than him, and I'm 5'3".
I mean, remember now, this was Mr. Articulate, smarter than most people in the room.
Completely
right?
lost it. And I
Right?
was just burst out laughing at that outburst. That outburst is hilarious.
I bet
there's bar, folks. Let's see what else he's gonna do.
I
Let's
bet
see
the
what else
back
he's
of that.
gonna
I bet the
do.
back of that blazer is just full of sweat. This fuck is the
My
sweat.
crimes and you know it.
You are
Your
single mothers and you know it.
suspenders are
Stop
so
lying.
tight.
You went and parked your car in the hood and I keep that door unlocked because you know a nigga will take the damn
Listen,
car. We need to
I'm
stop
not gonna put
pretending.
you in a locker. I know
We
you
need to
have
stop pretending.
PTSD.
You gotta go on mute. We need to stop
I'm not
pretending.
gonna take your lunch money, and your pocket
We
protector
need
is
to
in
stop
a
pretending here like we're
childhood
just
trauma just
peaceful.
made it.
Damn.
He devolved so rapidly. And I will be honest with you, I've seen this guy on other people's panels and they joke with him and they talk to him and he hasn't displayed this type of behavior. This is hilarious. Like
this is the scary part.
Yeah, I
Ladies.
wouldn't be want to be in a alleyway with him. I mean, he's the one.
No. I mean, and that's the point is ladies, watch out for these dudes. Try to come off like Carlton and shit, be all respectable and shit. Hey, look, I don't even know Six. I don't know who she is. I shouldn't say I don't know who she is. I don't roll over there. I don't know. I'm not saying that her show's good or bad. I just don't go over there. So it's not like I'm a fan or nothing, but she picked this nigga apart. And see, that's the funny thing is that if you are a leader, right? If you are a real man, this shit don't happen to you. You don't go off like this. A few raised words, maybe. But to do this shit?
And
fucking wait,
Carlton, I don't know what happened to you as a kid, but you are safe here.
Can he stop disrespecting Carlton like this?
Whoa. 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 Wait a second. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute.
He obviously has a personality disorder and bipolar.
Or something. Hey, look, I cannot tell you what he's got, but he's got something.
He needs to realize that you will never be a part of the lacrosse team, okay? Those guys will never be your friend. The Chads don't rock with you. And can we stop disrespecting Carlton, okay? Can we stop disrespecting our guy?
And again, stop giving people diagnoses. Like if you haven't read the DSM-5 TR and you're not familiar with diagnosing someone, stop giving these people diagnoses. Please stop.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it's an opinion of a condition. One thing I must clarify and show.
And you're right. I'm no Dr. Phil, but something's wrong with him.
I must clarify something really clear here. This is a perfect example of how wrong Kevin Samuels was when he said that women are emotional and men are logical.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is this: just in the last 2 days, we have watched two articulate women, whether you agree with their beliefs or not, pick apart these niggas hard. One was just interviewing. Now, Yanni was just interviewing them, but the men literally picked themselves apart on her show. But you saw how she carried herself. And like Six or not, you see how she carried herself.
And look at Logic, goofy, Heineken drinking self, got his face all in the camera, instigating like a hoe.
I mean, the thing is this, fellas, if you want to be leaders, you have to be leaders. I mean,
they can't define
if you want to behave like this,
you can't define.
If you want to behave like this, then don't expect good results in any part of your life. You just can't. You can't. I mean, look at this nigga here. Let me play a little bit more.
Thank you for the super chat, Tamika. She said, watching a man come undone was so tasteless. He was super aggressive and no one checked him. Thank you. And that's why I said we needed a strong, masculine
And this is another point I need to make. Black men are like, so why are black women so masculine? Or really, their interpretation of masculine is really just a woman standing up for herself. That's what's masculine to these weak niggas. That's what's going on. It has nothing to do with masculine behavior or anything like that. What it is that when they don't get the result they want from a woman, that woman all of a sudden turns masculine in their eyes. That's how they see it. That's how these beasts are.
And real masculine men, they quiet. They don't say anything. They real
God,
quiet.
it's so true. That is so true because I've been the difference. Well, my fiance, he is not non-black, but when I argue with him, I mean I could be yelling and screaming, and he would just like look at me like he wouldn't even say anything. I would feel so stupid, and I would just automatically stop. It's like masculine men, they don't need to ask for submission. A woman is going to submit to a masculine man.
It's a presence.
Naturally.
They don't talk. There's a presence. Like my boyfriend now and my ex, when like mostly my ex is a little more masculine, I would say, than my man now. My ex don't argue. He's very quiet. He will just look at me. I'll be upset. He'll just look at me. He don't say much. And it's when he walk into a room, it's a presence of like, I'm that nigga. He don't got to say it. He just walks in the room, he sit down, and he quiet.
All right. Let me make one more point here. Don Harden says, the problem is they are normalizing this verbal abuse. Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we already saw in the past couple of days recent events on Lapeef Network, which prompted so much that it prompted Yanni to say what she said yesterday about boycotting this. Because when you watch right now, this man is verbally abusing pretty much he started verbally abusing other people in the room, but right now he's focused on verbally abusing, verbal abuse, of 6. It's clear. This is the definition of verbal abuse right in front of your face. It speaks volumes. It's a pattern. We're seeing a whole pattern. This is not a pattern it's not a pattern of just this crazy dude right here. Chaotic, the perfect name for him is chaotic. The perfect name for him is chaotic. People don't. Okay, let me keep going for a minute. It's not just him. It's just not the panel with chaotic people on it. It's the whole, it's the whole genre of the manosphere. It's just filled with chaotic men. That's in itself is proof. In itself is proof of why these men fail. Why he's probably a substitute teacher is because he probably did something like this. He probably went ape shit in somebody's classroom.
He wouldn't be a substitute. He wouldn't be able to be a substitute teacher either if he'd done this.
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. I worked for school districts for 24 years. They let some shit slide sometimes to keep teachers.
Yeah.
But it's this, and this is all over the manosphere. This is all over the manosphere.
Be a brother on this channel, on this panel to regulate this. Because at this point, I was disappointed that they were allowing this man to be so belligerent towards me. It was completely inappropriate.
Let me reiterate it. See, the reason why Yanni is saying that basically this show needs to be shut down is this tape right here is almost a year old. They've been doing this in and out, up and down for at least 1 year. And that's a lot of shows doing this ape shit bullshit. This is crazy.
See, DJ, they want to be white men so bad they even want to have a show like Jerry Springer, copying our man Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Want to be white men so bad.
It goes back to what I spoke about in my book, where us as Black women, we are not seen as worthy of being feminine and being protected. So you can watch a man belligerently be this aggressive towards me, and no one thought to tell him. A strong man needed to check him and say, hold on, brother. You need to gather yourself. You need to lower your voice. Calm down. Imagine him screaming at me in real life like that. Okay? I was very disappointed that no one had the sense to tell him, listen, brother, you're all off your square. You're getting very emotional, irrational. Why did no brother check him and be like, hold on? I did not disrespect him. I didn't do any of that. Me asking you where you're from, where your parents are from, is not disrespectful. If you're ashamed of where you're from, just say that.
Let me mute this right now. I need to make another point. This chaotic dude was on our live just a couple days ago. He got mad because we muted his ass. We weren't having it. We weren't having it. Now you see why we muted you. Now you see it. I didn't see this before. I didn't see this before you came up to our panel, dude. But I see it now, and you know something? Jim and I muted you perfectly.
But you know, I've noticed that a lot of Africans do that though. I'll ask them because my stepfather is African, and he's been in my life most of my life. So I have tried to develop a kinship. So when I hear the accent, me just being curious and want to get to know them, I'll be like, "Oh, where you from?" And they'll be like, what's up with that? Like, I really want to know what's up
basically,
with
that. He grew up here. That's what he's trying to insinuate. But
what's wrong with saying where your parents are from?
There's really no excuse for his behavior. Just like there was really no excuse for and Tampon's behavior in his rant. That's why they probably really let it slide, because they probably say, hey, you know.
But I've noticed that with other Africans too. Like, what's up? I really want to know what's up with that, y'all. Like, why y'all do that? Is it a shame ship? Is it migration? Like, because my stepfather even told me, like, because I asked him questions to get. I asked him, how did he learn English? He told me. And he told me when he was in school, they had to only speak English. They couldn't speak their tribal language or they'll get beat. So, like, what's up with that?
Was he born in America?
All right. He insinuates that he did, but let's move forward and see if we can figure that out.
Now, the sisters kept it player and kept it G on here. It was the sisters that had my back. Y'all remember when I talked about that a few streams ago? I said, we as Black women, if nobody else protects our femininity, we'll protect it amongst each other if there are no men available there to do that. And I said, if you see one of your sisters being gaslit and made out to be the bad guy, you speak up for her. This was an example. And K, Q, T, Courtney, they all stayed on code. All of them. It was the sisters who told him, wait a minute. You need to calm down. You're getting outrageous. Shout out to the sisters. But again, we needed strong. If it was a strong masculine FBA brother on this panel, guarantee you this would not have happened, period. Okay. Chicago Rilla tried his best, but again, this wasn't it. Men should never allow. Now, if I had got on this panel and it would have been him asking me a question, can you imagine if this was the other way around? Can you imagine if I would have came on this panel and a brother would have asked me a question like, hey, Six, where's your parents from? Can you imagine if I would have went belligerent like that? They would have been all in the comments, oh my God, Six is masculine, she's a chameleon, she's unruly. The brothers would have had no problem checking me if I would have started getting belligerent like that. But y'all allowed this grown man to sit and lose his mind like that. Nobody thought to say, hey, let me stop this. Me as a woman.
And she's an idiot for expecting them to.
Right. Because you definitely was the one who was down in black women and talk about a married black woman at that, about her weight. But you expect these fools to come and defend you when you be caping for them so much? Disrespecting black women? Because I used to watch her, but after she got into that spat with that voluptuous married black woman that's not a baby mama, whose husband having her travel all over the world, and they're very cute, beautiful couple, and you was disrespecting her about her weight, but she got something that you don't, a man.
DJ, I wanted to say something. Like, he said that all black, most likely is going to be the N-word that's going to rob you, or you don't want to be alone in the alleyway with an N-word. This is what the guy was saying. But I only got robbed once, and it was by a white guy. Me and my friends, we were walking down Sutter Street in San Francisco. But I'll let you. I don't know if you want me to tell a story. It was just crazy.
Hey, I've been there before. It's ironic. When I got on down here in where I live, I got scammed by non-black people 90%, 95% of the time. Yeah. Yep.
No, it was just insane because my boyfriend and my friend at the time, my ex-friend, I was going to this school called Barbizon, and I think I was like 15, and so, but me and my boyfriend, we were together for a long time. So we're walking down the street, and this homeless, he looked like he was homeless, white guy pulled out a gun on us, and I guess because my boyfriend and we don't look like we look kind of like upper class, especially my boyfriend. His family has a lot of money. So this guy was telling us to give us his money. And my friend, my blonde hair, blue eyed friend, and my boyfriend just started running. And I just stood there, right? And they were telling me to run. And I didn't run because I didn't want this guy to shoot me in the back. So I said, sir, please, you can take everything that you need to take, but please don't take my makeup, because they were teaching us how to wear makeup at the school.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, man.
The guy started laughing so bad. He was like, miss, just go ahead. Just leave, just go. He was laughing, and I turned around and he still was laughing. It was so crazy.
Man.
But and I didn't talk to my boyfriend for like a week, but he just kept apologizing and but he robbed us because we were upper class, and my boyfriend, he definitely had a lot of money.
Is he still around?
The white guy that robbed us?
No, your boyfriend. Is this the same boyfriend?
No, that's my fiance now. Yes.
The one who ran?
Yeah, but we were he was 16, I was 15.
Wait.
And I was going to a school. It was a school called Barbizon.
I know Barbizon. I've actually been there before in San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah, on Sutter Street.
Still there. Shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Man. Okay. But anyway, let me go ahead and play this some more. We'll talk later. You got my email though.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't letting. Hey, you want to talk? We gonna talk? Okay.
And I just want to say there's nothing wrong with being a baby mama. I come from my 2 generations, my grandmother and my mother being baby mamas. And I just want to say there's nothing wrong. I'm just pointing out her hypocrisy, because we didn't want for nothing. I don't want for anything. Okay. So I just want to point that out.
Okay.
Woman should not have had to stand up for myself against that grown man. And Malevolent Elephant, I saw when Courtney did that. And I'm going to address that too. Courtney started.
Sutton Bell in the house. Sutton Bell. Tomas is in the house. Bridget's in the house. Hopeful EC is in the house.
Started outright, and then but I know that Courtney might have a little bit of residue left over from our last interaction. Okay. But for the most part, Courtney was on code. But yes, I did see when she said that. But this was absolutely outrageous for these grown men to allow this man to act so belligerent and aggressive towards me when I had not raised my voice at him, called him out his name, cussed at him, or yelled at him. This was out of line and off code AF. Shout out to the sisters for having my back.
Nobody is going to take your lunch money here. No.
And men say, I mean, one of the caveats of a man is that you're supposed to be able to protect a woman, you know. And it's funny that these dudes, they will only protect you as if they're getting something from you. That's how lower that's how they've lowered themselves. Because back in the day, if you want to be all traditional and shit, a traditional man will protect any woman. But now they call him a simp for doing it.
And you don't have to be loud or rough rowdy to do it either. You can like, there's a clip of Waka Flocka on Fresh and Fit, not to derail, where he defended a woman and he wasn't loud about it. He didn't curse. He was like, hey, I see what she's saying. Just basically protecting her by validating how she felt to get these fools to understand, which they won't. But he protected her in that moment, and it was very classy.
Yeah, it was. I saw that. I saw that. And he ended up having to walk out himself.
Yeah.
No one's going to put you in a locker.
You don't live around niggas.
In the house.
Oh my God. Are you having a breakdown?
Pretending that you're so black.
You
don't like niggas just as much as I don't like niggas. Just as much as
Wow. You see it, everybody. This is your hero. Miss Chaotic being his name. He's being chaotic. You know? Look at him having a temper tantrum like a little boy. Like a little boy. But he wants to be one of the leaders of the ManoSphere. Like a little boy. Doing little boy things.
He probably one of those little boys. Remember in grade school, they will put you in line of like your birthday or your alphabetical order. He'd be the one that probably lie about his birthday in January 1st, just so he can be the front of the line. He one of them.
Ooh. Oh, damn, he would have been little boy. He's like the little boy acting up. Let's see him. Let's watch him act up some more. This is your boy, fellas. This is your boy. You know, Obsidian approved. Whatever the hell that'll mean.
Hey, why are you here, Kayla? Niggas on this show.
You don't live in the hood.
Oh my God.
Okay, now I want to address this comment because I saw a lot of men referring to this as well. Okay. This man says she the type that would have sent Will to slap someone too. Let me tell you this right now. All right. This is an online panel. Y'all are not going to remember when I said we're not doing any emotional, dramatic comment? We're not doing any of that. Okay. This was an online panel. What I said was the grown man should have verbally. I did not say someone should have slapped him. Stop it. In my real life, you have never not seen me once send a black man in my life to go beat nobody up. If anything, I'm the one with the black men in my life telling them, no, I don't want you beating nobody up. I don't want you doing this. You're not going to put that on me. Because fuck this internet shit. It's about what you do in real life. In real life, I'm not sick of no black man or no one. Half of the time, he might be the one ready for the smoke, and I'm the one saying, calm down. What I said was, I did not say someone should have came and slapped Chaotic. What I said was a brother should have told him to gather himself and calm down. Now, if you are so weak as a man, whereas a simple verbal checking like that is scary for you, then speak for yourself. But any self-respecting brother can look at this interaction and tell that his belligerent attitude towards me was out of pocket. and definitely would have warranted another man to tell him to calm down and gather himself. Period.
They don't like you like that, Six. They don't like you like that. They don't
Right.
like
Let me make this important point. This is the important point I need to make. This behavior is so normal in the Black manosphere that it's scary. They feel like that. Notice how none of the men in that chat were checking dude or laughing at dude or were chiding dude or were saying, wow, what's going on here? They love it to the point where they went after her. They went after Six for being the adult in the room, and they supported that behavior from Chaotic Coon himself. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Because they see Six as a man.
Say again?
They see her as a man. They don't, if it had it been Pearly or another white woman, an obese Cyclops looking white woman, they would have all jumped on that guy. I don't know his name, the little guy.
I don't think it's that. I think it's they see her as a Black woman. That's who they see. And they hate Black women that much. That's the problem.
Wow.
But
yeah.
DJ, you don't know Six. Six is really not nice. She's
she's not. I've heard that. I haven't seen her shows because I'm like, I take you guys' word for it. But the point of the matter is that this is she is one of their brethren, right? She's one of them, right? She's in the red pill system, right?
Yes.
And they're treating her like shit like this. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not getting from her what they want, what they wanted from her. They're not getting the submission or anything like that. They're not getting the bow down to the other Negroes on the panel thing. She's just up there and she's not being. This is not even what you would call an aggressive interaction. But he went off because that's who he is. He's an evil dude. I bet if he acts like this out in front of everybody else, I feel sorry for his wife if he has one. Because everybody says they got a wife on this thing just to grab clout.
He just seemed like the type that had harmed the animal before or something. He doesn't seem like a nice person.
No, he doesn't. He seems like an evil person. But I understand that. Yeah, I understand. That's the importance of actually watching how they're tearing after Six, who was one of them. You see what I'm saying? It's not a feminist. It's not whatever they want to call her. You see what I'm saying? But she's a feminist tonight, ain't she? They're going after her like she's a feminist now because these are what these dudes really are. Even when you know the woman's on your side, if you don't get what you want or you get exposed again, okay, you're going to act like this. So it's not about who the woman is, really. It's about who the dude is. If you're a crazy dude, you do crazy things. And ladies, you got to stay away from these dudes. Again, the important point I want to bring, okay? And we're going to have an extension of this later on. The importance is that there's a lot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hydes out there. And the ignorance that the Black manosphere has is, well, you should have chose better. Look at this nigga right here. Should anybody choose him? Y'all are seeing him as the wonder boy. He's the wonder boy of the internet right now.
Wasn't he the one telling us about betting better as well? Giving us
exactly. Look at him. Look at him. He's trash. He doesn't realize he looks and is trash. Why would anyone want to be around somebody like this? I don't care how much money they have. You would literally be walking on eggshells all day, every day.
That on all these other men who know damn well that this was not it. If you weak, then say that and speak for you. And don't put that on me of, oh, you're the type that would. No, I'm not. Let's continue.
I bet you go outside of a cul-de-sac and you got a 12-bedroom house.
You know, I'm really
Turn
glad
your
that you're
camera
exposing
on
your
right
true
now
feelings,
and
because
show us your
everything you said
53,000
has
head sheep
really
right
come
now.
down to what you're saying
Show us your
now.
BMW. You are not no hood chick. You speak intelligently. You are educated. You know damn well a lot of.
Nigga, I'm from the hood. I'm from the trailer park. You see what I'm saying? You see how in his mind, see when he say from the hood, he is speaking on Black American culture. I am from the hood. You are from the hut. Okay? You are from the dirt floor. Baby, listen, I'm very educated, very articulate.
Bro.
But make no doubt about it, I'm from the hood. Make no doubt about it. I don't drive a BMW. Make no doubt about it. I am not in a 7-bedroom mansion in a cul-de-sac. But do you see how he automatically looks at Black American women as, oh, we must be hood and we must be this. And well, if you can articulate, you must not be like them other hood rat Black women. Do you see how he generalizes all of us? Then when it comes to white people, it's I just love them because they don't infringe upon my rights. This is the secret ways that non-FBA people talk down on us.
Crime happens in the Black neighborhood. You don't live around niggas.
Are you
I do
finished?
more for the Black community anybody does. I taught in a public school. How dare you disrespect me and ask me where my family's from?
This is very unbecoming of you as a man. You need to gather yourself, please. This is not.
You don't live in the inner city.
I thought you said you were a gentleman.
This is very
I think I made my point.
All because she asked him where was he from?
Yes.
I hope
Oh
Six
my
has
God.
learned from this to put her cake down.
Yeah,
I'm sure she hasn't.
Yeah, I'm sure she hasn't either, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And you, I don't mean to go back to that other black that other Black woman that she disrespected, but you disrespect this woman on her weight when you living in a cult. Yeah, you skinny. Your titties look out with that City Trends rainbow top you got on. But
She's not even skinny.
But let's not get into that, because if we do that, we'll do that on a separate
yeah,
thing.
that's a
It's
mammy
It's
episode.
important. It's important for us to soak in the importance of this. I'm not looking at, okay, she's on team red or whatever like that. What I'm looking at is a woman, you know, a man who tries to play like he's composed and professional and all this kind of stuff, props himself up, you know, Huxtable style and everything, and then turns into this.
To women.
And he feels disrespected because Six asked.
What we need to do, let me move it back a little bit because I need to make this point important, because I
have had to stand up for myself against that grown man he's ever gotten from a sister that looked like me in his life. Listen, brother, y'all are not going to bring. Remember when I said
your next door neighbor's a neurosurgeon? Stop lying. Stop capping like you're some. Oh,
okay. Let me stop it right there. Everybody, it's really, really important you see this. And I'm making the argument of you should have just chose better. And it's very important for you guys to grasp this, because you first say to a woman, you should have chose better. You should have chose better. But then you just witnessed Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So what in the F is a woman supposed to do with a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? That dude that you all know that you don't talk about, that goes ballistic, seems all respectable at first, all respectable, all Huxtable up, little suit and everything, but goes ballistic, okay? Goes ballistic when he don't get his way. Yeah. Now you see where all those divorces are coming from, don't you? Yeah.
I know I can't prove it, but I could really make it. I believe that he's beating his wife because he's too Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. His personality is too.
Let's
he
not
goes
go,
from
let's not
0
go
to
overboard.
10.
let's not go overboard and assume
Okay.
things that we don't have.
This is my point here. The man is for all the dudes out there that are going to watch this or will or might watch this, or you guys got to understand, if you behave like this, you're not going to get the results you want. Sooner or later, it's good. This behavior is going to catch up with you. This man here, there's no excuse for it. Just for the same reason when Anton had his rant, and by the way, it was an unprovoked rant, okay? There's no room for it. That's why that Yanni is 100% correct. They just got to shut down. Lapeef just needs to shut down. Because I know they're going to try to turn it. I guarantee you they probably behind the scenes said, we got to switch things out because this is getting a little too messy. Some people are just messy. This is messy. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way of putting it or saying it. Marvel, welcome, Marvel. It's good seeing you.
Sales.
Time for some thoughts, some summaries. You guys break it down. We'll start with You Can't Get Laid.
Well, this is one of the reasons why Black men and Black women have not that I care anymore, but I'm just doing a synopsis of the thing. Why they have such a divide is because I don't think that they know their place. Black men are way too emotional. They don't know how to stand in this, stand in this square and be men. They don't know patience. They don't know how to structure their thoughts. And a woman will not respect a man that is just as emotional as her. A woman wants security. A woman wants emotional security, financial security, and protection. And if you're acting all crazy and being irate and yelling like you have your period like a woman, a Black woman will never respect you. Not in a million years. And the women that do stay in those relationships tend to be abused. And it's a really big issue. I'm not a part of that situation anymore because I am married to, I'm not married to that type of guy, but I'm just saying that women need to, if you're going to stay in your own race, you need to find a guy that knows how to be a man and that's not afraid to, that's not so emotional and so erratic, that has some control over his emotions. That's my opinion about the matter. People may get mad at me, but I'm very blunt.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I gotta address an item here. David Johnson, the a-hole, says, DJ Torch, do you have extensive experience with women? I'm 60. I'm 60, and you know something? I know one thing. I got more experience than this fool right here that you saw going off. I got more experience than him. And in my time, in my days of dating, I have never behaved like that in front of any woman. And he's doing this in front of everybody, on the internet. That was an interesting question. Creative, what are your thoughts?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. First and foremost, I like the way you pulled this all together and you found these these cases and you found out his true character. I think this is a good look because all you gotta do is ask the guy a question and he is going to tell you everything about him. He is gonna tell on himself. All you gotta do is let him talk. Just ask him really good questions and you will find out that his logic, what are his beliefs, the way he think about you, the way he think about life. and that's your cue. Do you want to stay or do you want to run? So
Very creative. That was an excellent point, and I want to stack on that. Ladies, go as far as rehearsing and writing your questions down. I know it sounds messed up because you want to have I know you want to have a spontaneous interaction, when you meet people. But unfortunately, the way you see what's up, we showed you what's up. There are questions that you can ask these gentlemen. I'm making gentle is in asterisks. There's that will let you know who they are. You can find them on the internet. Something, Gemini, remind us to make maybe a question, maybe make a list of questions for everybody. So for that live you're putting together, because I think it's really important that we try to protect these women. And guess what, fellas, you can use the same list probably for you if you want to protect yourself. But look, we gotta. You cannot act like you're all composed and everything like that, and then go off like this. I'm surprised they even mentioned it in Obsidian's room about what happened on the internet, Obsidian, and trying to say they tried to build what you just saw. They tried to make Six the Goddess out to be a Me Too person, and out to be another Hannah, another pasty things. They're literally trying to compare her calm behavior to the pasty behavior of pasty things as the same as Me Tooing. And I gotta say this out, nigga, please. Look, technically, we are ops. I don't know her, but from what I heard and what they do, we are technically ops. But at least I respect her to the point where if I see somebody going off wrong on her, it's like, nigga, chill. If you guys can't do that in real life, just because you have a disagreement or the woman won't do what you want them to do, you're going to really make that shit conditional? You're really going to make being a man conditional to who's in front of you? That's just straight up, that's shallow. That's shallow. That makes you fake. And maybe that's where we're headed. Maybe that's where we're headed.
DJ, can I ask you a question? I know you're doing like a summary and everything, but I just want to know if I can ask you something.
Go ahead.
And I know you probably hate me for saying this, but do black men like it? Well, I'm from my experience, I felt as though when me and my fiance, when we were going on and off in our relationship, when I had dated black guys, the ones that I have treated nice were abusive. Like when I was submissive and treated them really nice, they act really abusive, mentally and physically. And then I finally started to like learn my lesson, and I started treating them like crap. Like there was this one guy that I treated like crap. And I was just in a relationship. It was a financial, I really didn't like him like that. But he used to love to argue like every day, like for a long period, all throughout the whole day. And finally I was like, enough is enough. I'm exhausted. And I told him, look, I just can't do it anymore. I have to break up with you. I'm not going to go through this. And he's like, well, you're supposed to love me. And I'm like, love you? Nigga, I don't even like you. And it was just like, it's like they like women that treat them bad. Like, but I don't know. I'm not in that anymore. But How could y'all black women go through that? That's what I want to know.
I understand. The thing is that I can't really speak for a black woman whether they go where you go through that. But what I can say is that anybody who is like that. I mean, basically, he sounds very similar to Chaotic Coon that we were just doing an interview on right here.
Yeah, it was worse.
No, I mean, the thing is that it's. I mean, we'll talk later. Let's talk later about that too. Because I think that'll help you in the future. But you just got to avoid toxicity at all costs. Okay, that's the best you can do. Maya, feel free to tell me what's going on.
Well, it make me feel like validate your sons. What I mean by that is tell your sons that they're leaders, that they are like validate them, make them feel good, tell them that they are smart, tell them that they're this, tell them that they're that, so they don't have to go out here and try to force fake alpha male energy. It will just be there. So validate your sons so they don't feel like they have to put on a fake facade to prove themselves to other people who don't care about them at all or who don't matter. And women, put the cape down, because at the end of the day, you'll take a bullet for a black man, but then the next bullet come and he'll use your body to cover him from the next bullet. So stop caping for these black men. Let them do that on their own. And parents, validate your sons. Just like you tell your daughter that she's beautiful and stuff like that, do that for your sons too. They need that self-esteem as well.
Very well said, Maya. Gemini, how about you?
Nope, no last words.
All right, everybody. This was clean. This was cool. I appreciate you vibing with me tonight and allowing us to hopefully give you some information you can take home with you. I know it's a little boring. We might not be as exciting as a lot of people may want us to be. To others, we might be exciting to you. I just wanted to make it clear to you to be very careful out there. For all the ladies, be careful. And fellas, if you exhibit the same type of behavior that this man, Chaotic Coon, did, or whatever he wants to call himself, where you're exhibiting self-hatred, where you're exhibiting anger, where you're exhibiting narcissism, where you're exhibiting lack of patience, you really need to get some help. You really need to fix that. So everybody, thanks again. Let's break this out. Here we go. Money work. By the way, if you're looking for another show, Diamond Princess, I believe, is having a show right now. Diamond Princess is having a show right now. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar. Un lugar para trabajar. Y si no hay, pues emigrar. All right, let me kick out some shout outs. Henry Mars in the house, Samb0 in the house, Gemini in the house, Marvel 318 in the house, Monologue is in the house, A Lady is in the house, Chef Vaughn is in the house. Right. Bridget's in the house. 45 is in the house. Money work. David's in the house. Nikki's in the house.
Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son, no quiero ninguna aceptación.
All right, everybody.
Vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves, sabes tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés, ser un buen humano para mí es un
EKE in the house, Hopeful EC in the house, Remards in the house.
Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy.
Maya Bashan, Creative Solutions.
El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Money work.